kingdom, right? We're gonna get the rulership of the planet Earth, right? And it's not gonna be given to us and oh, we gotta get right. We gotta be right before, right? So we can establish our rulership in righteousness. Not have these Edomites, these Caucasians have established their rulership in wickedness, right? We're doing it different through the spirit and power of the Most High, Yahawah and His Son Yahawashi, right? Second Ezra 8 verse 2. I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold where earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of this present world. Because what? The elect of the nation of Israel, we're the gold, right? These other nations, they're dirt, right? Verse 3, there be many created, but few shall be saved. That's a comparison. So answered I and said, swallow then thou, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. Right? Because wisdom, knowledge, and understanding will be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Most High is thy treasure. Right? We need this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Verse 5, for thou hast agreed to give ear and art willing to prophesy, for thou hast no longer space. For thou hast no longer space than only to live. So our only life is to prophesy, right? Till we get in the kingdom of heaven, right? Because what when we do get in the kingdom of heaven, then we're good. We can live a good life, right? But right now, the only space we got is to prophesy, right? To push this word. Verse 6, O Lord, if thou suffer not thy servant, that we may pray before thee, and thou give us seed unto our heart, and culture to our understanding, that there may come fruit of it, how shall each man live that is corrupt, who beareth the place of a man? For thou art alone, and we all one workmanship of thy hands, like as thou hast said, right? Created everybody. Right? For when the body is fashioned, now in the mother's womb, thou givest it members. Thy creature is preserved in fire and water, and 9 months doeth thy workmanship endure, thy creation which is created in her. Right? So, hey, the Most High preserves those unborn babes. I mean, those babes that are being made, right? But that which keepeth and is kept shall both be preserved, and when the time cometh, the womb preserved, deliver up the things that grew in it, right? For thou hast commanded out of the parts of the body, that is to say, out of breast milk to be given, which is the fruit of the breast, that the thing which is fashioned may be nourished for a time, till thou dispose it to thy mercy. Right? And as it says, desire the sincere milk of the word, right? Because that's the only thing that's going the Israelites to get salvation, right? Faith and works, right? Because what we believe, that's on why we speak, right? And nobody can gainsay this truth, right? They can't gainsay that they're gonna go into slavery, because what is gonna happen, right? They can't gainsay this Bible because it's filled with prophecies, and what the prophets of the Lord have the secrets of the Most High, right? They can't gainsay the things that they don't know about. They can speak evil of it, but they can't gainsay it, right? This is 1 Peter 3 and 15. But sanctify the Lord, Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. Having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you, because what they speak evil of us, because what we say they're going into slavery, right? That they're not the chosen people of the Most High, but the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American are the true children of the Most High, the true Israelites, right? Having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, right, they may be ashamed, right? If you break your mom's phone, you're gonna be ashamed when she exposes you. That may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conscience in Yahawashi. For it is better, if the will of the Most High be so, that ye suffer for well doing than for evil doing. Because what? Then we're gonna get the benefits, right? You know, pushing this word is a benefit to us, even though it looks like a foolish thing. This is the best thing we could be doing at this time. This is the greatest thing we could be doing, because what? If we're written in the book of life, if we're counted among the elect, right? It's gonna be written for the generations to come, right? If we're worshiping the Most High in spirit and in truth, the Most High is always gonna back us, always gonna have our back, right? Verse 18, for Yahawashi, because he's the example. Yahawashi is the example. For Yahawashi also hath once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to the Most High, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit. And that will happen to us if we die or such. We're going to be quickened by the Spirit, right? Yahawashi is that example, right? This is St. Matthew 18 at the top. At the same time came the disciples unto Yahawashi, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahawashi called a little child unto him and set him in the midst of them, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Which is what? The kingdom of heaven is within us, so we had to peel off that old man and put on that new man, right? Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, right, to cast away all those thoughts that we used to have and such like that, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven, right? Convert all the way, right? Take off that old man completely. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Right? That's wild. This is verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offenses, right? We get offended every day. For it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to to that man by whom the offense is coming. So those ones offending, right? It's gonna be terrible for him, right? Verse 8, wherefore if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life, halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into eternal fire. Because what? In this ministry, right? In this pushing this understanding, right? There's gonna be some that they're not gonna be right in the spirit, right? And you're gonna have to push away from you, or you're gonna going into different doctrines and such, right? Because if they're not speaking the true words and getting the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, then there's no profit in them. That's why it says cut them off, right? And if thy eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hellfire. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost, right? And he's only coming to save the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, right? Those are the little ones, and the elect of the nation of Israel is those little ones, right? Joel 3, because what? That spirit of World War III is going out, right? Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right? It's just bringing the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem back to remembrance. The Most High's gonna remember. You know you're an Israelite, right? Yeah. He's gonna bring back the remembrance and be like, oh, you guys did this, the Edomites did this, now you Edomites have to pay for it, right? He's gonna bring it back to their remembrance, right? Because what they say, forget slavery and such. But no, we're not going to forget slavery, because even the Most High is going to bring it up, right? Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahawashi, which is the valley of judgment, and will plead with them there for my people. Who is the Lord's people? The Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, right? In their respective tribes, right? Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, right? So they scattered us and then they took our land, right? And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Right? Those Iranians and those Edomites. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. With what's his name? start with a T. Titus. That's why they had the Ark of Titus, right? Because when they had that because what they took our pleasant things from Jerusalem, Israel, right? And they took us for a spoil, right? The Israelites, right? And even them, they're back today, you know. They're still Edomites. They're coming back in that same line, and they're still going to get the judgment, right? The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. And who are the Grecians? Right, the old Grecians are the Japhites, but the they just took their because Esau is Cain, right, in the reincarnation, right? So he's a vagabond, right? He just goes around taking other people's heritage, their own nationality. They don't have a truth. They took other people's customs. That's what a vagabond is, just going around the earth, right? The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, which are talking about those Romans, which are talking about the Edomites, the Caucasians, that ye might remove them far from their border, right? And that's what they did. Even though we're scattered from the four corners of the earth, the most of us are in the what's it called, the New World, but the 10 tribes are already over here, right? Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, right? So we're going to be raised out of this place, America, right? And will return your recompense upon your own head. So that's why these Edomites, these other nations, got to go into slavery, right? And we push that because what? That's prophecy, right? That's the testimony of Yahawashi, right? And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it, right? So, hey, these Edomites, these Caucasians, their sons and their daughters, and them themselves, right, if they make it after these ICBM missiles destroy this place, right,